Hey, it's River. I wasn't admitted. I saw my doctor, like I said. I filmed it after I saw him. And I called my nurse saying I think I need to be admitted. And she said that my doctor believes that what's going on can be treated as outpatient. Wow, your nails are really sharp, Destiny. And I don't know. The suicidalization comes in waves. So it's not super strong right now, but that doesn't mean it's not going to come back. I realized, I don't know if I've spoken to this before, but I realized, remember how, if you saw my other video about talking about like passive influence and how I haven't been able to sleep lately, and how I think there's like an alter that is kind of the reason for that. Well, I think I know who that alter is now. And like I said, I think he's a persecutor. And I don't, like, he's not a nice, like, I don't want to say he's not a nice person, but he doesn't like me, I'll say that. And it like brainwashes me, like when he gets in my head. It just feels like attack after attack after attack, and it just warps everything. I think I can hear him now. So like my even like CMHA, I try to go back to the crisis center to stay, and because I already left there this week, I left the first day to go to the hospital. They have a rule where you can't stay there more than once a week, and like the hospital has tried, my nurse tried, but like they won't break that rule. And the hospital not admitting me just makes me feel like people like don't think I'm as sick as I think I am, and then it makes me feel like, am I even sick? And it like fucks me up. It's like I make myself like gaslight myself. Like I just tell myself, and I don't know if it's the persecutor, like I said, or if it's myself, but it's like I'm saying like, see, no one, you're just dramatic, you're just like, you just cause all these problems yourself. And you just, I don't know, I can't really hear them right now. But wow, her nails are so sharp, I gotta cut them. Yeah, just stuff like that. And like the logical part of me knows that, you know, my doctor is changing my meds. They wanted me to go to the crisis center. There's definitely, like, I think people recognize that I'm unwell, but is hospital intervention needed is like the question. And just because that is not appropriate to like my medical providers, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm not well. And I like logically understand that, but the thought process in my head tells me that I'm just causing all this myself, and that I take resources from other people, and that I'm doing it all myself. Like it's all me. This is Dino. I used to take him to like every class a couple years ago. I can't show you the front of his face because it has my school name, but this is Chicken Chuck. Hold on. This is Chicken Chuck. Yeah. So I don't know why I showed those. I think a little is close by, which is why I'm holding on to these. He actually, I think it was Buzz, he actually wants me to grab his Woody, but I don't want to grab that. these are like comfort things for me, so I grabbed them instead. I don't know. I definitely think, even my doctor said, like, I need to stabilize for the next 2 weeks, and he's writing a letter for me to get time off work. I guess I don't really know what to say. I've just been, like, cycling the last couple days, or the last few days. I know I post a lot of, like, concerning shit. And sometimes I wonder if I should still post them or not, but I think it's an important side to show. I don't know what the stats are, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who have DID who are suicidal. And like I said, it is one of my goals to figure out how to maintain wellness out of the hospital. But I guess it's just hard, you know? Like, this is the part about mental illness that sucks. Like, it's not easy. And I guess I should have realized that when I say things like, I want to figure out how to stay well outside of the hospital, that doesn't mean that's going to be an easy process. I think I just look at people like my peer support worker, or I have a friend who's in like their 50s who spent like decades in the mental health system. I look at them as like role models and like kind of like examples because they figure their shit out, right? And I'm hoping I can get there. I just didn't think it'd be so like it's an illness, right? It's like it's really hard to live through that shit. So I just need to do some like grounding techniques or whatever. And I have grounding techniques, but I have a hard time like actually utilizing them in the moment. And they say that the more you do like your coping skills when you're not in crisis, the more easier or more likely you are to turn to them when you are in crisis. And I think that's true because like I do deep breathing like kind of all the time, and when I'm in crisis, that's what I turn to nowadays. I have like the dive technique that I really like, that I know I like, where you just put like ice on your face. I might do that. Just like there's no escape. It's like always in your head. Even if I don't have thoughts, like right now I don't have a lot of thoughts, like my mind is pretty quiet. It's just like feelings that are really hard. And honestly, like the best part, the safest thing for me is just being broke, because I paid my bills the moment I got paid today. And like if it wasn't for the fact for that, I'm pretty sure I probably would have bought shit to attempt with. And like I know I have people who care about me. And ever since last weekend where I felt fucking terrified to die, I'm pretty sure I know that I don't want to die. But I still can't like that connection between pain and death. I need to sever, but I don't know how to do that. And I guess I just need to continue to live through these moments. Like I think every time I've been severely suicidal, I've gone to the hospital, and maybe as much as I don't want to admit, maybe that doctor was right. Maybe I'm just overly dependent on it. But like, it just feels like I have no supports right now, and like that's not the solution either. And I'm spending the weekend with my sister. And I think this is like, I'm basically doing exactly what I need to do, and it's harder than I thought it would be. And my place is a fucking disaster. Like I need to clean it, but I just don't have the fucking spoons or the energy or whatever you want to call it to. Thankfully, my mom, every time she comes over to get my dog or whatever, she'll clean up a little bit. She'll like sweep the floor, do some dishes. So that's been keeping it not as bad as it could be. We went to dinner today. I did immigration paperwork for one of her friends, and her friend bought me like $100 gift card to Boston Pizza. So me and my mom went, and we both got steak, and it was actually really nice. And we were supposed to walk my dog after, but then the depression started hitting, and I was like, I don't want to do anything, so definitely don't want to do that. Like, my peer support worker said that she thinks I'll figure my shit out. She says there's some people, and she's seen it from like being in the system for as long as she was and now working in the system. She sees some people who are like in the system for years and are like institutionalized their whole lives and like basically like spend most of their life inpatient at the hospitals. And she doesn't think I'll do that. She thinks I'll be able to figure my stuff out, and I hope I can. Just like I keep saying, it's really hard. And even my mom is like, why can't you just be happy? She didn't say it like that because that sounds a bit rude, but she's like, why you have to fight it? Like, why can't you just enjoy your life? And I have no real answers. Like, I know that I'm a traumatized person and that I have disorders because I'm traumatized that make life even harder. And I don't know if it's because I'm insightful or I'm like my emotional intelligence that allows me to like what is it called? Theory of mind. Like, all those things I mentioned I'm pretty strong at. So because so, I'm able to understand why people say the things they say or not take things too personally, at least after I process it. So I have a lot of awareness for how things are on an objective level, but I just can't shake these urges, and I don't really know what's gonna make that go away. I don't know if anything is gonna make it go away. It's just like my peer worker and my friend that I mentioned, like they told me it just gets quieter and it's easier, and I hope it's like that. As much as I don't want to admit it, like I think Dino lights up. I don't know if you can tell, but I always loved that about him. As much as I will admit that there's apprehension for death, and do I truly intend to die when I try to attempt? There's mixed feelings there. I can't admit that, but like the impulse, and I think it's the BPD that makes me impulsively do it. I think that is what puts me in true danger, because one day I'm gonna find the right cocktail, and I got pretty close one time. So it's like that could happen again, and then what? My mom's calling. She's probably gonna get worried if I don't answer this call, so she's already called twice now. So I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching.